and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition, but you of salvation.
See, when they terrorize you, to them, they know they're doing evil and they think that they're defeating you. He said, but to you, when the adversaries persecute us together, we're supposed to take it as salvation, because the persecution from them lets us know we are doing the right thing. He said, beware when men speak great and highly of you all the time. Ain't that what's written? If people always just love what you're doing in this gospel and all that, he said, man, be careful. You might not even be dealing with the gospel. You might just be reading the Bible and telling people what you read. That don't mean you. I tell people it's different between Bible readers who can tell people what the Bible say and people who live the gospel and are persecuted in this world for it. Them two totally different things. So, to them, it's a sign of perdition, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got them. But when we suffer and we like, yo, we close to salvation because this is what the master told us would happen. Why? Reading that, our last verse.
And that of God. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake.
So anybody who want to be a Christian, a disciple, a lover of Jesus, 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 Jesus. No, if you think it should be read, go ahead. You want to read verse 30?
30, yeah.
Go ahead and read verse 30.
Having the same conflict which ye saw in me, and now here to be in me.
That's a good one, because Paul went through a lot of stuff. Even when Jesus converted him, he told Ananias, he said, yeah, go ahead and go to Damascus and heal him. Because he about to find out how much stuff he going to have to suffer.
It's been given
for me.
To you.
It was when Paul was made blind on the road and sat in Damascus for them 2-3 days, waiting for the guy to come and give him his sight back. Jesus done already told him, yeah, Paul don't even know what I got in store for him. He going to learn on what it is to suffer for me. Do you know what we all just read here? We all just read that it wasn't meant for us to just believe in him, but to even suffer for him and like him. This was written 2,000 years ago.
On your behalf.
So we hearing it 2 millenniums later. Is that the truth? Was it already predetermined? So if you don't want to do this thing, you just scared. Pray for the faith. Because those who are going to be his, it's already predetermined what we got to go through. And so we can at least walk into the battle knowing already what's supposed to happen to us. You got cats who go to fight war. Sergeant to be one of my favorite movies with Mel Gibson taking all them boys into Vietnam. Man, they was about to get on them airplanes and go over. He said, look, I love all y'all, and all of y'all ain't gonna make it back here alive. But I promise y'all, I'm not gonna leave none of y'all dead bodies over there. Whoever died there, y'all bodies gonna come back to be buried in this land. And they was like, hurrah! And went. Because they wasn't suckers. They was fighting for the so-called freedom they believe in. They believe in the flag. They believe in the country, and I'll die for freedom. And they heard a speech that says some of y'all gonna die and not make it back. And they was like, all right, let's go. So when they got off the plane, don't you know every cat had that speech in his mind when he got off that helicopter over in the jungles of Vietnam, and some of us ain't gonna make it back. So as we walk into this thing, let's get it over with. Get over the fact that we gonna suffer persecution. Let us get over the fact that we are not to have all the riches and glory of mankind and enjoy it and be able to serve God and get eternal life at the same time. But we can live good in this life right now, because he promised that, didn't he? He said we can live good if we come together, but we still gonna suffer persecution when we come together. So he said in another place, he said, so get it together in your hearts and don't even think about it. Just go ahead and get into it if you love me. So I hope I love him, and I hope that my end result is what he has predestined for me in righteousness. And I hope the same for everybody in here. You wanted to say something before I close out, bro?
No, I think he said it's in your behalf, basically for your benefit. Not only you believe, but you shall suffer.
Brothers and sisters, Joseph is a good example. What he went through, our Messiah went through. If we are to be like him, we're going to be the same as our master. And I thank y'all for your time.